Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Brown Girls Are Beautiful, y'all. I am your hostess and your melanated queen, y'all. Excuse the lighting. I'm going to actually see um, if I can find myself on YouTube because I wanted to go live for y'all earlier and I got interrupted because I had to take a phone call. So I wasn't able to get into how I was feeling earlier. But I want to talk to y'all now. So excuse me because I have the TV set up in the background and I'm trying to find this live stream that I'm on right now. And I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I'm gonna give myself some hearts, okay? Give myself some hearts, give myself a like. So if y'all are in the building, come check in with me, y'all. Um, I just wanted to talk to y'all. Wanted to talk to y'all. So let's see if I can find this live stream. I go through this all the time. And this is just like a spirit of moment thing as well. So let's see. Can I find this stream? I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I can share this with myself and then I'll find it. Or are they hiding me? Are they hiding my live stream, y'all? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Because I can't see myself. So I am going to send this to myself so I can bring it up on my own phone. How about that? Because I really believe that they be hiding my live streams and doing something with my channel, y'all. All right, so I sent it to myself, so it should show up so I'll be able to check and see this for myself. All right, hold on one second because now I'm getting text messages. It always happens when I go live. I get a text message, somebody trying to call me. All right, so I do see myself. Y'all hear that? See? Let me put this thing on Do Not Disturb. That's actually me texting myself, y'all. Turn it up. Okay, okay, so I can hear myself. All right, so now I know. All right. So anyway, I just want to get into how I'm feeling, y'all. Excuse me, and I'm so sorry that I'm going through all of this. Cat is over here in the side. You probably hear her in the background playing with a toy. That's her. She playing with a toy, y'all. She looks so cute over there. She tried to jump in my lap earlier, and I was making her get down because, y'all, I'm tired of dealing with that. I want to actually turn this light on behind me, so I'll need to plug it in. So if you could excuse me for just a second, I'm going to try to get the lighting right in here because it's not like I want it. Okay? It is not how I want it. I'll be right back, y'all. Take a phone. Where you at? Oh, you still in the floor. She's still lying on the floor, y'all. All right. This is me coming on back through here. And I got my nice little dandy light right here. Y'all like the lighting? Is this better? Yes? No? Maybe so? I think I'm gonna go for it, y'all. So just a second, okay? Now, I gotta see how I'm gonna set this up. All right. Maybe I'll do like, oh gosh, I'm knocking stuff over, y'all. All right, I'm gonna just, hopefully I can balance it like this. I hope she don't knock up against my light. Don't you knock up. See, I knew she was gonna do something. Y'all, I'm getting it together. All right. So let's see here. Let's see. The light come on? I can't get this light on. So we'll just have to use this one. All right. We'll just have to use this one. What a shame. What a shame. Yes, I'm loving this light right here. Let me see if I can turn it up. Yes, this is the lighting that I need in my life. But I want it lighter than that. So let me see something. Now, this whole setup takes so long. Let me try this. All right, this might be too much. Is it too much? I'm not feeling it. No. I need to just get on with it for real, y'all. Hold on, let me try to do this. Y'all see what I go through? All right, let's try that. I still don't like it. Look, I knew she was going to jump up here. I knew she was going to jump up here. Yes, you want everybody to see you. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, y'all. This is my little light. Y'all like it? This is what I like to use. It's really light. Move, Tinkerpoo. All right. Oh my gosh, Cat. Would you please calm down? I'm gonna set it right here. And hopefully it doesn't get knocked down. You cannot. She wants to get out of my seat. Get out of my chair, y'all. Hey, Tamari. How you doing? What's good? What's good? I got the kitty cat with me. Yeah, I can't get my lighting right. I don't like it. You see what I got going on here? I'm not feeling the lighting at all. Yeah. What? Oh my gosh, she's being extra, y'all. You can hear her? Yeah, she's doing too much. So, the title of this video, see, I like it more to angle like right here. I don't know. I can't get it right today. But anyway, people. I'm tired of people. What do I mean? I'm tired of people, y'all. I mean, we heard you don't like the lighting. I don't. If I could keep it something like this, I'd be okay with it. Tinkerbell. Oh my, this don't make no sense. Every time I get on here, this is what she does. Y'all like the video for me, please. I know it's horrible. um, I'm just tired of people because I'm gonna tell you what it was. This is what really made me like irritated. We had a we had an HOA meeting yesterday evening at around 6 p.m. Get out of my y'all. Why are you acting like this? She was just in the floor playing with her toy. Soon as I get on here, then she wants to act up. We just had a both of y'all better like my video because y'all didn't like it. I can tell you didn't like the video. We had an HOA meeting right yesterday, and the topic of yards came up, right? Thank you somebody for liking it. Now where's my other like? Thank you for the heart. So anyway, we're talking about the yards, we're talking about this, we're talking about that. And my whole thing is this, you don't know other people's circumstances and situations. So like for thank you for the like. So for me, like, I had a wrist injury, right? I am right hand dominant. So I've been out there. You said you felt threatened. You should have felt threatened. Thank you for all the hearts. Yeah, I just came off the real estate channel because somebody came in there being very inappropriate. So I put it on private. I'm going to actually have to go back and edit it before I release it to the public. And then I was doing it on Zoom. And then I think I'm gonna start maybe trying to do Facebook Lives. I don't really know how to do I haven't really done Facebook Lives before. I don't want to ever go live on Facebook, but I might try it just to see. And I did reach out to that individual, but I got voicemail, so I left her a message. And I'm not going to send her that video right now because I have to cut that snippet out where the person came being like disrespectful. So Anyway, y'all, we had the HOA meeting, and I don't sit on the board. I was on the social committee, but I didn't have time for it because it was a bunch of nonsense. Stop it. So I just was like listening in and everything, trying to see what was going to happen next. So I think it's time for us to vote again to get different board members and stuff. I don't want to be the president. I did run for president. I ended up being on the social committee the other year, but like I said, I didn't really have time. So get down, get down. So anyway, they're talking about yards. Now let me tell you something about this. Didn't talk get a new HOA. So we did get a new HOA. That's the thing. We have a new HOA management company. That's the thing. We have a new management company because all the neighbors were complaining about the last management company. So this management company seems like they're even more like ridiculous. Let me tell you what they said. Okay. Right now in the background, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I heard all this noise outside earlier. And it was like across the street, but it sounded like it was right in front of the house. Get down. Y'all, I'm about to put her in the cage. I'm about to put you in the cage. Stop it. So I heard all this noise out in the front, and I'm like, is somebody at the front door? Are they in the front yard? It sounded like they were working on my yard, right? Yes, cage. So anyway, something said, well, just look outside. So I look outside, right? I'm looking out there, I'm looking out there. I'm like, are they in my yard working on my yard? And is the HOA trying to bill me for it? Because they said in the meeting, like if they have to get somebody to do the work for you, they will get somebody to do the work and then bill you for it. Y'all, excuse me for a second. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. This don't make no sense. I have never had all that trouble out of her before like this. I don't know why she's acting like that, y'all. Did you hear her yelling? Oh my goodness. Okay. So anyway, I look outside. I had to close the door. So hopefully she doesn't come in here. I look outside. I'm like, are they working in my yard? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to think because I had just done some work in my own yard. So I go out there. It was the neighbor across the street. He got a weed eater just going at it, going at it, going at it, right? So then I see outside the neighbor over here. I can see him out the window. He's all on the side of the house with the lawnmower, just like that, right? So how about in this HOA meeting, they're saying that, okay, y'all know we've been having a lot of rain. We've been having a lot of sun. It's been like in the 90s. It's been over 100 degrees out here. So sometimes we can't get to the yards like that, right? I cut my yard very frequently. I haven't even sometimes I've been going out there before 2 weeks hits, going and cutting the yard, going and cutting the yard. So the neighbors out here, we've been getting like HOA violations and stuff like that. King Hazy, what's good? So we've been getting like HOA violations for like the weeds, the yard, the this, the that. And you know how it is. Like it's hot for one thing, and it's been raining. And plus, people do other things besides just stay at home all day and work in the yard. Now, I did have a few yard people come by here, and every time I try to get like a yard person, they're not reliable. There was another guy that came out here and they left like a little door hanger, and I called him, and then he was like, "Well, I'm at the he what did he say? He said, "I'm at the cell phone store. I'll call you back in an hour." So I waited, I waited, I waited. He never called me back. By that time I was on my YouTube live stream because it's taking too long. So when he did call me back, I didn't know it. It went to voicemail twice, but he never left a message. He never texted me. I went out there and just cut it myself because I don't have time to wait for other people. So I did the front yard, the backyard, the side yard. I went out there. I bought another weed eater. So I have two weed eaters. I tried to figure it out, and that's right. I meant that. So anyway, I struggled with the weed eater, but I made it work, y'all. So I took pictures of what I did. I bought 6 bags of mulch. I put that down in the flower bed. I put mulch around one of the trees in the common area. That's what they call it. Um, I just did the best to make it look more presentable and look better. So I go to the mailbox yesterday. Of course, there's an HOA violation in there, and they're talking about a hearing for July. It was July 14th when they said it or whatever. But that has already been rectified because, it takes time sometimes before you can get to your yard. So other people, they're in the meeting, they're like, well, I have lawn care service to come out every like 2 weeks or twice a month. So they're saying in the meeting that if you get a violation for the second time for the same violation, they have the right to escalate the violation to the next stage in the process, even if you fix the problem. So, like, say, okay, they violate you for your yard and they say, oh, you need to cut the grass, it's too tall. You go out there on like July 2nd and cut the grass. You got the violation letter like back in June, right? Well, they can send out another notice for the same thing in August. And just because it's for the same thing, then they have the right to move it to the next stage in the process, even if you've already fixed it. And then they can say, oh, well, now we can have a hearing and fine you for $100. I don't agree with that. You saw the news clip about the black lady that got arrested because of her HOA. I saw that nonsense. And I think it's absolutely insane and ridiculous. Like, one thing I can tell y'all about HOAs, they have basically no nobody can really like there's no jurisdiction over them, y'all. Because I looked it up. It's no real jurisdiction over your HOA. So if you ever do move in an HOA community, which I do understand why some people say they don't want to, because they don't have any jurisdiction over them. They can an HOA can put a lien on your house, y'all, and they can take your house if you don't pay like the fees and stuff. I'm trying to make this light stand up on on a water bottle, so I hope it doesn't fall. They can actually put a lien on your house. And if you don't pay these fines and these liens and whatever, they can take your house. People have had their house taken over HOAs. It's greed. You have to hire a private investigator and use them. Okay, King Hazy. So that was one thing that irritated me about the meeting. Then another thing that irritated me is because this melanated person, she's supposed to be the treasury, right? She sits in the treasury chair. So she's the treasurer. So she's like, oh well, because the neighbors, they're really complaining about this because they think it's ridiculous. A lot of these neighbors, they are cutting their grass. They are tending to their yards. And the thing about it is when it rains, it makes the grass grow. And then on top of that, it's really hot outside. So you have to go at a certain time of day to cut the grass. These people work, right? Unless you don't work and you just get to be at home all day, all the time. So one lady was like, oh, she's the treasurer. Well, my house is always in compliance. And like, I've only had two violations and this and that or whatever. And I'm a full time CPA and I'm a full time teacher. And it takes about, what did she say, 10 to 12 hours for me to go over all these invoices. Just sucking up, y'all. Just ass kissing left and right. She's just so freaking annoying. So one of the melanated guys, and I think I know who he is on the other street because when I first moved in, I was like walking around and I noticed his yard looked really nice. And he was saying that he got violations too. And he was like, he got all these violations in the mail, but they gave him Yard of the Year. He was awarded Yard of the Year award. So how are you going to be awarded Yard of the Year, but you're getting HOA violations? That makes no logical sense to me. That's just craziness. So another neighbor, this Asian lady, she was on there complaining because they sent her violations and then they gave her a $100 fine when this was because she had some type of food truck. Well, she's not supposed to have a food truck in the neighborhood, but she had a food truck that I guess she was parking in her driveway. And so she was complaining about that. So I was still on. It was another person still on when the meeting ended. Don't you know the president of the HOA? It's this Caucasian lady. I know who she is. Her name, I ain't gonna get into it, but she's supposed to be running again, y'all. And I'm not voting for her. I'm gonna try to convince all the neighbors around me do not vote for her. Vote for someone else because she seems like the type that's just like real stern and stuck in her ways and just very nagging and nitpicky. That's the type that she is. You said I ain't never heard of Yard of the Year. What country y'all in? King Egg. Yes, Yard of the Year award does exist. Yard of the week, Yard of the month, Yard of the year. So a couple of neighbors have gotten, some type of like award for their yards, which I didn't know they were doing that, but I think that's nice and neat and everything. So my thing is this. Y'all are sitting up here. This is what I can't stand about people, because they said there are 67 houses in this neighborhood that are not compliant, right? Meaning like they owe dues, they owe HOA fees, and they are raising our HOA fees again, right? They raised them last year, and the neighbors are complaining. So let me tell you what happened in this neighborhood. They have these things called retention ponds, okay? I don't know if you've ever seen them, but I don't even know the reason for these things. They look dumb and stupid. I'm like, why do they have this sitting in the middle of the freaking neighborhood? Well, they have several of these retention ponds, right? And these retention ponds have to be maintained according to the HOA. And they're saying it takes tens of thousands of dollars to maintain these things like every month or something. So one year, I go on the neighborhood Facebook group, right? And I'm just, because I don't really be on there that often. But I saw somebody say, "Oh, what's going on around 8 p.m.?" It was in the summertime. They said they saw a bunch of police come out, and they had the street blocked off. And I'm like, "What's going on?" So somebody said, "Yeah, there was a toddler missing." So people got suspicious and they called the police. So I went, looked up the news report. Basically, a toddler, I think it was like a 3-year-old, drowned in the retention pond, y'all. They said the child wandered. You say, well, you have the best yard too? Okay, in your neighborhood? That's what's up, TSG. So yeah, so the toddler wandered off, snuck out of the house. I don't know how this happened. Little melanated child, I think it was a boy, I think, wandered out the house, and they stumbled down into this retention pond. I don't know how the child did that, but anyway, the little boy drowned. So because of that, I guess the family filed a lawsuit against the HOA or against the neighborhood for not having a fence around the retention pond to keep the child from wandering down there to drown, right? So what ended up happening is we couldn't understand why we kept getting all these violations in the mail and these letters in the mail, because what they were doing is they were trying to send people fines and fees and notices, because these people had to use their insurance for the neighborhood. So the neighborhood has an insurance for the common areas in case something happens, in case someone gets hurt, like on the playground. They have a dog park, they have sidewalks. These are called common areas. So if anything happens on these common areas, then they are responsible, right? And if, like, I guess if you have a visitor to come by, they get hurt on the playground, ooh, who's going to cover it? I guess it's for stuff like that. They had to pay out a settlement for this toddler to that family. So when that happened, our neighborhood insurance dropped us, which I knew nothing about this. I don't even think the neighbors knew anything about it. They dropped us, and they had to find another insurance carrier. So usually if you get dropped by your insurance carrier and you have to find another one because of an incident, that means the insurance premium goes up. Our HOA fees went up, and then they never told us why. And I think that's why it went up. So they tried to say, oh, it's for the retention ponds and it's for this and it's for that. Don't you know these people told us that every time they send out a violation notice, it's $10 per violation? $10 per letter? That is, who sends out a $10 letter? And then when we go to the mailbox, some people say they get 7 to 8 letters at one time. Like, what are y'all really doing? It's just the greed of it all. I'm just so irritated by it. So then I want to bring this point up too, because I know not all homeowners are trying to be lazy or trying not to be compliant. Not everybody in the neighborhood just doesn't care about their house. There are people out here, and this is what I want to talk about in general. There are people out here in the world, okay, not just in this neighborhood, all across America, all across this globe, that are struggling. People have lost jobs, people have had to have surgeries, had medical conditions. I, for one, was dealing with, an injury of my own, and I'm right hand dominant. So I couldn't drive. I couldn't do things for myself. I am just now getting back into the full flow of most of what I could do, and I'm still working on it. People act like they don't understand that. So when she came on and made that, comment about, oh, my house stays in compliance, I'm a full-time CPA and I'm a full-time teacher. You're sitting on a high horse. You think you're on a pedestal looking down upon other people. And all she kept saying was, oh, they kept typing in the chat, make sure you stay in compliance, make sure you pay your dues on time and all of this, and now keep the cost down. You are full of shit. So that melanated guy that got yard of the year, he spoke up and he was like, well, I just want to say something. I understand that y'all are saying people got to stay in compliance. He said, but I got yard of the year award and I was getting these fines and these violations and all of this sent to me in the mail. And other people started speaking up too with their complaints about what was going on. Then when you try to call the HOA or when you try to call the actual management group, they don't even answer their phone. I tried calling at like 9 a.m. or yeah, something. Don't you know? I stayed on hold for about 30 minutes before they hung. It went to like an automatic message and hung up. So this is what the one of the women when she brought up in the meeting yesterday evening. She was like, "I've tried reaching out to them." She said, "I've spoken to such and such, and I don't get a response." And it's really sad that we live in a world where we pay for stuff. We pay to live in the neighborhood. We go to work, we maintain the best way we can, and then you have people judging. I'm gonna tell you another thing I did not like, and this was in a real estate meeting the other year. So everybody knows that house prices have gone up. Interest rates have gone up since COVID, and people have lost jobs. The economy has really been suffering. So the federal government lowered the interest rates, not the interest rates, lowered the credit score approval to 580. So you only needed like a 580 to get into a house. Well, even if you have a 580, that's still going to be on the low end. That means your interest rate is going to be high and you're not going to be able to afford, much of a house because of the high interest rate. So, because the federal government did that, one of the agents made this comment and she was like, oh, so what do the rest of us should do? Not pay our bills too? And these comments like that, people don't understand that people are out here really struggling. Then I remember I was in the office one day the other year and I'm listening, and they're talking. And one of the agents, they're saying about, oh, people are going to start foreclosing on their houses. Oh, it's going to be a bunch of foreclosures. Oh, well, that's what they get for not selling. And it's like you're making these comments, but these people are probably trying to hold on to their houses because they can't afford to move somewhere else. If they could, they probably would. And it's not like they are trying to make their situations worse. So this is what happens when a bunch of high privileged people sit on a high horse and like to judge other people. That type of stuff is irritating. I don't like it because they don't know what a person has gone through in their lives. A lot of people don't understand that they're living a very entitled lifestyle and a very privileged lifestyle. I talk to so many people that are out here, and most of them are struggling. The people that I come into contact with, they're struggling. I talk to people that's going through evictions, people that are looking for rental properties that can't get approved, their credit score is messed up, that the income ratio is too high, lost a job, can't get employment, and they are really going through it out here. So when people say all these things, make all these rude comments, it's because they haven't really had to go through anything in life. And I bet you know who I'm talking about because those are the main ones making these type of assumptions about people. And then for the other people that like to sit on their little made up fake shift high horse, what if so my thing is this: people's circumstances can change like this because you don't know if a person can get a car accident, a person might have to have surgery, a person might have to have a health condition that might come up, a person could lose a loved one, a spouse, a relative. People's lives change in the blink of an instant. And they don't know what a person is going through mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, physiologically, spiritually. There are so many things going on out here, and people make all these little comments and say all these little things. And it's just so annoying. That's why I said I'm tired of people. I'm tired of people living in their false sense of entitlement. I'm tired of people thinking they sit on a pedestal because they've had a privileged life. I'm tired of people that have a lack of empathy, a lack of compassion, a lack of sympathy. I am just tired of people in general, y'all. I went to the park today and I didn't even want to be around people. I just wanted to be by myself, to myself. Yesterday I went to the park. I didn't even want the people. This man and his wife started walking into my video frame. Hi, hi. And if I post it, you're gonna see it. He's gonna be in the video. Then he pulls something out of his bag and he gives it to me. He like, this is for you. Like, and they were trying to be friendly, and I was just like rolling my eyes, but they didn't see me. And I'm like, am I being mean right now because I don't want to be bothered because I just did not want to be dealing with people? No, I'm it's not being mean. Like sometimes you just want to be with nature. And I know I can't have the park to myself, but I just want the whole park to myself, the whole 98-acre park by myself to myself. So I understand why Michael Jackson had Neverland. And if I had Michael Jackson money, I would have me a Neverland ranch too. And it's just a shame that they can fly drones all over your property. Y'all gonna see some of my drone footage too. I hope y'all like my drone footage. I should share some with y'all. I don't think I shared it on this channel. Let me see if I can bring up my other YouTube page and I'll share it with y'all. My drone footage. I got more stuff coming. Um, I'm just kind of also I'm tired of, let me tell you what else I'm tired of. So like all this fake stuff on YouTube, y'all. You know, everybody is talking right now about Malcolm Jamal Warner, but nobody really cares about people until when? Until they're no longer here. Until they're no longer here. Um, just fake and phony. Everybody, and I just think that also too, this is what I want to say. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. It's playing in the background. I feel like people are fake and phony because, first of all, people, when they leave this and they transition this earth, they have a family. And it's like, you don't even think twice about plastering these people's pictures, talking about their stories all over the screen. Shout out to Theo Huxtable, though. I don't know why he didn't end up with Regina. What's her name? Regina King or Regina Hall? One of us. I think it's Regina King. I thought they made a lovely couple. Um, and then I didn't know he went with Charmaine from Charmaine was on what show is that? That was the Huxtables. That was Bill Cosby. And then the girl Myra off of not Full House with Steve Urkel. So he had some beautiful melanated females in his life. I don't know why, but he ended up going off with a Latina, okay, and having a child with her. So it's just very interesting. But I'm just so tired of like all the negativity that goes on, with people in the world. The fact that if you are, I was talking to like my friend earlier in Dallas, and she was saying how she's thinking about switching schools because she has to go back to school on August the 3rd, y'all. I didn't know they went back that fast. And she is tired of being ridiculed by the females on her job because they don't like her because she can dress, she looks nice, she fixes herself up, hair looking done, makeup, nails. She's just a really girly girl, very glamorous type. And, she was just like, yeah, I'm just trying to see what school to go to. And she looked up a school and then she looked up the principal and she was like, oh, but the principal's a female. I'm not even going to do it. Because why? Because it's like females want to be in competition with each other. It's a bunch of nonsense going on out here, y'all. And so I'm just tired of all of that too. Just, everything. But let me see if I can show y'all some. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can share my screen though. Can I? Oh, okay, it says I can. All right, let me see. I'm kind of scared. Let me see. Let me see if I can share my screen. Allow. Let's see. It says use operating system settings. Select window or screen. Okay. I don't think I can share it, but it's okay. Y'all will see. Y'all will see my drone footage and stuff like that. I'm having fun with the drone. So I just want to say, find something that you enjoy every day and do it because our time here is limited. We don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know. And shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner and the work that he did while he was here on this earth, y'all. I don't care if it's 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes, an hour, do something that you want to do for yourself. Build something for you that's going to make you feel good. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say. Like this evening, I'm going to make myself try to go in here and print some stuff from my clothing brand and work on that. But I just said I'm going to come on live because I haven't been on the live stream in a while. And I wanted to just come on here and talk to y'all. Um, just tell y'all how I was feeling. I know a lot of other people are out here feeling the same way. They're just over it. There's so many people that's just fake and phony out here. There's so many people backstabbing people, and it's not trying to be like, I'm not trying to complain. It's just sometimes I just don't want to be around people. Like when I go outside, I don't want to have to see a neighbor. I just feel that way. And then it's like, even like if you have to work with people at work, I commend the people that can work from home. I enjoy working from home. I don't like working in the office setting with people because I used to like go in the office, fix myself up, business casual, do your hair, do all this stuff, make my pocketbook match the outfit. You do all of that day in and day out, and for what? You know what I'm saying? The job does not appreciate you. The job is never going to really fully appreciate you at full capacity. That's just how I feel. Then you're going down the road and you're stuck in traffic. And don't even get me started on the interstate and how these idiots drive out here. I see some unbelievable things happen every day, okay? Where people just take risks, take chances, don't care if they endanger your life, their lives, and they think that you're supposed to just stop in the middle of the road for them because they want to go barreling in front of your car or around you like you did something wrong. They can't wait if you're trying to at an intersection, if you're trying to make a turn, if you don't go through the intersection into oncoming traffic, they're beeping the horn at you. It's like people are just unreal and just crazy out here, y'all. You said you just noticed the title of this live and you're laughing. Yes, I'm tired of people. And I only want to deal with the people that I want to deal with, y'all. That's just how I feel. Like I guess when you get older in life, you just don't even care. Like at the store, and I don't know, some people don't do Walmart. I don't really like Walmart like that either. People are just everywhere. I remember my sister used to say they're out here like ants. And now I see what she's talking about. Like I don't like going in the parking lot of the grocery store because I go to Harris Teeter and here they are. They're turning here, they're turning there, they're turning here, they turn. Everybody's just there, and then they walking in front of the car like they see you coming. But oh, I think I'm just gonna walk in front of the car because you're gonna stop for me. Just dumb stuff for no reason. Have some common courtesy, have some decency. Let's not even get into all these. Oh my goodness, how many times have I been about to get in line and I've had a Middle Eastern guy just snap his way in front of me, like just fighting to get to the register, getting in front of me. Like there's no chivalry at all, right? You see that I'm a female. You are a male, but you're fighting to get in line in front of me just to say that you got in front. Like it's just dumb stuff for no reason. And I'm like, I don't understand it. I just don't get it, y'all. Tired of people is what I am. Tired of people. And like, how do you get away from people? Like, where do you go to get away from people? Because everywhere on this earth you go, there's a person lurking some freaking where that you just can't get away from them. You go outside, you got a neighbor, you go here. So I see why people say that they want to live away on acres and acres of land. And then even if you live on acres and acres of land, guess what? Here comes the government with their chemtrails because they're going to fly a plane somewhere, find you somewhere, sending you property tax notices. Real estate taxes got to get paid. Property taxes got to get paid. It's like you can't get away from it, y'all. It's just like, how do you get away from all of this? I don't know, y'all. I guess I'm just going on a little tangent because I just was feeling annoyed earlier today, and then like say you want to just sit in solitude, please put your phone on do not disturb because if you don't, somebody's going to call, somebody's going to text. Usually it's a spam caller. How are all these robocalls getting our phone numbers? I put myself on the do not call block list which is like supposed to be a federal thing, and they still get through and they still call and they still harass me. I had somebody call me like 6 or 7 times back to back to back to back. Like they don't care. They don't care. If it's not that, you got junk mail coming to your email, you got junk mail coming to your regular mail, all these advertisements, you're inundated. Like, I don't watch cable. I don't have cable. I don't want cable. But even like if you look at YouTube, it's a bunch of nonsense and drama on there. It's a bunch of people going back and forth arguing. It's man against woman, woman against man. Um, what it's just gender wars, race wars, politics, Republican versus Democrat. Who cares? I just want to be living in a peaceful world. Just live a peaceful, happy life doing what I want to do. People are tired, y'all. They're tired. They're just tired. They just want to be peaceful and free. So that's really just how I feel. You know, that's just how I feel. And I think my camera had just went out just now. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for the hearts. What are y'all? Ain't nobody said anything in the comment section, but how do y'all feel? Are y'all tired of it? Because I'm tired, and I'm tired of the gimmicks. I'm tired of it's a bunch of gimmicks out here. All these get rich quick schemes. So y'all heard about DJ Envy. Oh my gosh, so annoying, so irritating. DJ Envy with this real estate fraud and senior Caesar Pena. Y'all, who listens to a radio station for real estate advice? Oh, you said you're 100 with me? Till you rolled your eyes? Who listens to a radio talk show host for real estate advice? DJ Envy. Oh, I went to Hampton. Oh, I got my money off of real estate investment. Y'all, he was frauding right along with senior with Caesar Pena. Yes, both of them. And it's just like, and then he always tries to backtrack and backpedal his way out of having any accountability. I can't stand somebody that's not a stand-up person and takes no accountability. He knew what he was doing, and then he tried to erase a bunch of his pictures and stuff off of Instagram. But yes, TSG, he's an idiot. You know I can't stand him. He a Virgo girl. She says she can't stand DJ Envy. I remember used to be so irritated by him, and I'm like, well, you really can't stand that man. But now I see why you are annoyed with him, because he's always crying and whining. Like, he's so freaking irritating. I don't know. It's just something about him that just irritates me, and I really didn't realize it. I guess until you started kind of talking about it, and I was paying attention. I'm like, you know what? He is very aggravating. He's very annoying. He's like a baby that whines and cries all the time. Makes Virgos look bad. And then let me not get started on Charlemagne with his weird looking self, because he's a Cancer. That makes it no better, and he's annoying. Yeah, it's just, oh my god, no bass in the voice, having dummy. That's what she said. Oh, you know what? I think that's why you don't like him, because he don't have bass in his voice. Yo, oh my goodness. Woo, you are cutting up in the chat. Yeah, you said ready to retire. I'm ready to retire. I feel like if you've been working for 15 years, after 15 years, we should be all Americans should be able to retire after you put your 15 years in. This don't make no sense. You should not have to work 66 till what, 66 years old, 67 before you reach retirement age. What type of nonsense is this? They said they probably won't have Social Security by the time we get that age. Who wants to wait till they're almost 70 years old to retire? Then some people can't even afford to retire. They're working at grocery stores. They are working. I mean, I've seen elderly people working at grocery stores, y'all. It's ridiculous. But you got DJ Envy and Caesar Pena going out here defrauding people out of their money, talking about they're real estate investors, they're real estate gurus. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. And don't even get me in. Don't even get me started on Jonathan Duperton, Mr. Rich and Unemployed. But I feel like people love or they like to be scammed because they keep feeding into the nonsense. All these get rich quick schemes out here for dummies, and people be falling for it. People fall for it every time. You said even these old celebrities still performing, trying to get money. Look at Mary J. Blige. Isn't she? Well, what is she like in her 50s now? She out here still leaping around, jumping, hopping like a frog on stage. Let's get it crunk up on them in the dancery. Yeah, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Like they should not have to keep going out here. You got the Isley brothers, Ronald Isley. What is he like in his 80s now? Grew with you. Charlie Wilson. Hey. Charlie can sing, y'all. I didn't know Charlie Wilson could sing like that. I saw him the other year. Charlie put on a show. Charlie boy, what they call him. I look good on my mama. You said, nah, she leaning on the damn props on stage. Was she leaning on the props? She was leaning over on the props. The thing is, people want to feel included and they end up getting taken advantage of, which is sad because they naive. Okay, so if they want to feel included, why don't they start their own group and include other people to be with them and do some research? Like have a study group, y'all. Yeah, they end up getting taken advantage of. It is sad. And they are naive. Very, very true. Very true, man. It's too much going on out here. King Ek, TSG, Tamari, all y'all. People are very naive. People are very naive. But I think people are selectively naive because when you tell them something about, okay, so for instance, if you tell them something about their health, like, oh, you shouldn't eat that, they got all the sense in the world. Oh, I know you don't tell me what I eat, blah, blah, blah. But if I come on here with all the glitz and the glamour and I'm like, yeah, I got all this through real estate investment, real estate. Just because you see somebody that rented a car, rented a studio, some of the jewelry is rented. Oh, and then let's not even get started. They had Young Jeezy. They used Young Jeezy for one of these real estate scams too, because they felt like because Young Jeezy was involved and people would jump on board. He's a freaking rapper. What can he tell you about real estate and financial advice? That's not his expertise. He raps. But you got people out here going along with the nonsense. Basically, the internet is fake. Yeah, Instagram is fake. Facebook is fake. Social media is fake. YouTube is fake. And I know because I'm on here, I'm talking about it, but most people are fake. Like people just fake. They fake. Like, and then oh gosh, yeah, it's just so much. They behind the scenes, people don't be keeping it real. I'm just gonna say that. They don't. They be on here faking. I know somebody that did some real fake stuff, but they blew up on Instagram and they had people like that started believing in what they were doing. And it's not just one person, it's a couple of people. Because one of the lenders that I know, so he knows is it $1 million worth of game? He knows one of them, or he knows somebody he knows is like they're related to them or something like that. He was telling me, but they're from New York, and basically they are a bunch of finessers too, faking it. Like behind the scenes, they're scamming people too. You said, remember that when they thought TikTok was going away and people started confessing to their lies and faking online? Oh my gosh. Yeah, because they were so scared and nervous that they weren't going to have another source of income. That's why I don't think you should just rely on one stream of income, especially if you have to sit there and be fake about it. Why are you faking your lifestyle? That's what I'm saying. Like people are just getting tired of the nonsense, the fakery of it all, the fictitiousness. Go write a children's book. If you want to be fake and phony, why don't you use your creative abilities and talents for something that's entertaining? Stop lying to the public, y'all. Go be featured in a movie, create a TV show or something. Do that. But coming on here acting like you live in a certain lifestyle, just stop it, okay? It's just old, it's ridiculous. Yeah, what's going on out there? Has anybody heard of anything that's going on out here in the world? I haven't really been paying attention too much because I've been out and about today. What's going on? Oh, she texts me back, TSG. She texts me back. I got a few text messages. Hold on one second. Oh, so Miss Beautiful Vons just texted me that Jaden Smith is transitioning into a female. Wait a minute. Jaden. Jaden and Willow. So Jaden is the boy. So it says Jaden Smith, y'all. Look at this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. Will it zoom in? This is Jaden Smith is transitioning into a female. This is on IG. Is this what he really looks like, y'all? Is this what Jaden Smith is looking like? What type of nonsense is this? No, I'm not shocked about it, but these people are weird. I blame his parents. I blame Will and I blame Jada because I don't know what the freak they exposed these children to. But you got the girl wanting to be a boy and the boy thinking he's a girl. Why is this going on, y'all? What why is this so acceptable and why do they keep pushing this? Why do they keep pushing this to everybody like this is normal? And what's going on with Gabrielle Union's husband and that situation with I think it's a boy trying to be a girl. What's going on with that? And he think that's normal. He thinks that's normal. And then I heard that what's his name? Barack Obama apparently made some comments that males need to have GAY men in their life. But you know that Michelle is really Michael, really a man. And Joan Rivers told us that years ago. That's why she's not here anymore, y'all. That's some nonsense. This is craziness. Hold on. Somebody said this is AI. Somebody said this is AI. It might be AI because this looks very weird and strange. That doesn't. What do y'all think? That's probably. You think it's AI? But that boy is weird though. That boy is weird. Cause I heard years ago that he wanted to get his male parts cut off. And that's before the AI started going on. So yeah, that family is weird, and I blame Will and I blame Jada for the weirdness. It might be fake, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't either. Me either. That family, the whole family is weird. The whole family is weird. Okay. Somebody else sent me something on TikTok. Let me see what Queen sent me. Let me see what she sent. Y'all, please be careful. Oh boy, let's see what's going on, y'all. Oh, look, who is it?
Yeah, devil breath is real. Did y'all hear about what happened to the woman up in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Uh oh,
She
y'all.
was out. She said a Spanish woman, a random Spanish woman, walked up to her in the
Wait, hold on.
next thing you know, she blanked out. She had no memory of what happened at all. She woke up in the emergency room. The doctors came in and told her that she had scopolamine in her system. Do y'all know what scopolamine is? Scopolamine is the devil's breath. They said that it lowers your inhibition, it wipes your memory away, and make you suggestible. And the ways that these folks getting it up in your system is either by blowing it in your face, putting it in your drink, or on a piece of paper, or even coming to you and shaking your head with it on their skin. Y'all be careful out here. This is not a myth. This stuff is real. This ain't getting talked about enough because people need to be aware of this. This could have been anybody. Anybody. All I can say is y'all stay woke, stay safe, and protect y'all peace at all costs. Yeah, devil breath is real.
You see what I'm saying? Like people out here doing all types of evil stuff to people, just for no reason. Like why? Why? You don't have anything better to do. You just want to randomly go around and antagonize and mess with people. This is ridiculous. Oh gosh, y'all. Gosh. Y'all just be safe out there. Be careful. Don't be around too many people. Oh, you said the devil's breath was in Spider-Man? I didn't know that because I don't watch Spider-Man and all that type of stuff. So, but I do know they had some type of thing going on years ago where like I think they would put it on a napkin, or they would have like some type of perfume at the gas station. They would tell you to sniff it, and then when you sniff it, you will fall out and they would steal your car. Because I remember one time, me, mama and daddy were at the gas station, and this guy came up and he had like some cologne or something, and he wanted my daddy to sniff it. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm selling this cologne." And I told my dad, I said, no. And then later, when the man went away, I told him, I said, people sniff that stuff and they fall out, they pass out, and they do all types of stuff to people. So you just like, if somebody come around you asking you to smell stuff, don't fall for it. Even I've heard that they leave things on your car doorknob. So like if you touch it, it gets in your skin. So y'all just be careful. Don't touch anything that looks suspicious. You might have to go around with gloves, plastic gloves, y'all, rubber gloves out in public. Because people out here are getting desperate. They're weird. They will watch you. They'll put a tracking device on your vehicle. People are doing all types of nonsense out here. You got to just really just be very diligent. Pay attention to people. When you think they're not watching, they're watching. Keep cameras, on your premises. Security, carry what you need to carry with you everywhere you go, because people will try you, and it's ridiculous. Nobody should have to live like this. That's why I said I'm tired of people, because all they think about is doing evil stuff, scamming people, just like doing a bunch of nonsense. You said they're putting stuff in the movies and cartoons. Mm. Yeah, that's craziness. That is craziness. Insanity at it's just insane. It's insane. I don't even know what to say. Trying to see what else. I be getting things. People send me a lot of stuff, y'all. Let me see, what time is it? 8:39 p.m. What are y'all doing? What y'all about to do? Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh yes, I do. I'm supposed to be printing, y'all. So I'm supposed to be printing. I probably work on that, and trying to think what I'm going to eat. I want like something good, something really, really good that's just making me feel good inside. Like, I don't know, like maybe a smoothie. Maybe I need to make a smoothie. I got some strawberries in there. Um, I could probably, do I have enough stuff to make a smoothie with? I don't even know. Or a milkshake. Oh my goodness. I could go for like a strawberry milkshake from like maybe Chick-fil-A or something. But I think, what time does Chick-fil-A close? It's almost 9 p.m. I don't know. They might close at like 10. So we'll see. I just want something to like calm my nerves. You say you're lying down watching me. Oh, thank you. How y'all doing? Y'all, yeah, I did something with my hair a little bit. It's a little frizzy though, but it's not as bad as it was. And it rained yesterday. I got stuck at the park while it was raining. I was trying to do some drone footage, y'all. I was out there, and all of a sudden I saw these drops start to fall. So I had like this little jacket. I put it over my head. I'm walking, with the little denim jacket. The next thing I know, it starts coming down. I had to find one of those shelters and get under one of those huts, y'all, and wait for the rain to stop. But it was actually calming. It was actually relaxing. I wasn't the only one out there. It was other people, but it was actually just calm, and just I should have like put it on video so y'all could have seen how relaxing it was just being out in nature. And I think that's the biggest thing that helps calm me down anyway, is being like outside with the trees, in the greenery, around water, in nature, y'all. I love the beach. Anything that's got something to do with nature is just to me so calming and relaxing. And we need to start grounding, like being barefoot on the actual earth, getting the energy of this earth, this powerful earth that we live on, and just turning off all this nonsense. Because sometimes I get so inundated with stuff. Like when I go on Facebook, I just try to stick to what I'm on there for and get off. I try to address what I need to address on like Instagram and TikTok and get off. Because if you stay on it too long, you'll just go, it's just too much. It's like, what do they call it? It's like information overload. And I think that's really hard sometimes to deal with. So yeah, I was also thinking about doing some book reviews. I was thinking about doing like you know, what do I want to call it? Reevaluating the books that I haven't gotten a chance to finish, which is The Miseducation of the Negro, because I think it's still so prevalent today. And I think that's why we have so many savages out here, because they don't really know who they are. They don't know a lot about a lot of things. And I also, you know, want to just re-examine some stuff, y'all. I think it's important to keep reading, keep studying, be knowledgeable, think beyond what they teach us. We already know we've been miseducated on purpose, lied to. Shout out to Professor Griff. If you don't know who Professor Griff is, please follow him. He has such good live streams, and I just love listening to, like, I like hearing people that actually have substance. I like channels with substance. So this over here is a channel of substance. If you like hearing, you know, information that is knowledgeable, this is the channel for you. I like entertainment as well, but because we're so inundated with a bunch of nonsense all the time, I don't have a lot of patience for that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We've been on for about an hour. I will check in with y'all later. And y'all have a good evening. Auf Wiedersehen, gute Nacht. Signing out, y'all. Take care, stay blessed, and remember to always walk in your divinity. All right.